What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Opinionated Off-Topic. Today I'm with Carlos Mojica, co-owner, co-founder of Opinionated Media. I'm Cam Theory. We're with StephenQ. Shout out the boy, pulled up on us. We had to reschedule him, but we're going to get it in. If you guys haven't noticed, we've dropped merch. We got, the cream essential shirt, the seafoam green shirt, the Founders Edition black shirt, and we also have two hats. We got the 47 Dad hat and the PCT Trucker hat. So make sure you guys go to opinionatedmedia.co. Use code LOVE if you're watching this. This might not be it. I just literally thought about that shit. I literally thought about that shit. I was like, this shit. Because
I was gonna say something at the end, but hey, go ahead.
I was like, this shit might not even be.
That shit gonna be way over.
Yeah.
Be gone for a month or so.
Shit, there might be something else out by the time.
Facts, but be on the lookout for the future because the drop will not be out.
Yeah, so just be on the lookout. Just go to opinionatedmedia.co and then check stuff out over there. So actually, we'll still have the hats on there.
We'll have the hats, but not the shirts.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Just buy the fucking merch.
Exactly.
Damn.
Facts. But we're with the boy. Super excited to chop it up with him. We're just catching up off camera. Super genuine guy and super excited to hear about your story. So
My mom would call me Michael. My kids call me Daddy. My girl call me an asshole. Girl call me Bobby Q. But look, y'all could just call me StephenQ. All right, let's get it. That's my intro. If y'all don't know.
Just get a little backstory. Tell us where you're from. How you get to doing what you're doing now.
Yeah. I'm from Austin. I was gonna say Austin. Austin, Texas, man. I'm from the north side. If you want to be specific. I mean, I've been rapping since I was 16. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been doing this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Mm-hmm. And I mean, what else? I mean, y'all want to know my social security next?
If you're giving that, go ahead.
No, I'm just playing.
Just growing up as a kid, playing any sports, or do you have any other hobbies? Well, I guess you started making music at 16, so I don't know if it was a hobby then, or is it more of like something that you just like from the beginning when you heard it, you just fell in love with?
Like for music?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I've been loving music since I was a kid. It's going to sound weird, but I don't know. Ever since I was like listening to music as a kid, I felt like something in my soul that is just like, I don't know, that music would hit me like a certain type of way. I don't know if anybody that's ever done music that felt this type of feeling in your soul where it's just like, damn, I love this shit, And I mean, that's how I always felt as a kid growing up. I mean, I never thought I would ever do music until I was like in high school. I really just always tried to write lyrics when I was younger. Never knew where to start. But until I had a kid in high school, a lot of thoughts started going through and just a whole lot of shit happening. And then, just kind of getting my feelings and thoughts on paper and shit. And then after a while, it just started turning into music. So, I mean, that's where it all really started.
Who were some of the first artists you listened to?
Oh,
that
man.
you can remember?
From way like childhood, man, I remember like Chris Brown and Bow Wow was like my first shit. I think I used to have the Chris Brown album, like his first album. I think it was his self-titled or something like that. It's the one with Wall to Wall and shit.
First one was self-titled.
Yeah, it probably was.
I think it was out. I think it was. But I remember that one. I remember Bow Wow. I think this was the time when it was Bow Wow versus Omarion. That album and shit.
That was like mid 2000s. That was like
so.
Fresh as I'm is. I can't remember. That was when everybody was like having a grill and everything.
Yeah.
What was the song with Mike Jones? Was that Fresh as I'm is?
I don't remember.
Nah, that song has Jermaine Dupri and Jaquan on it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that I always tell him, I don't know, maybe it's just nostalgia, but for me, that's like
that was
the best music.
I think 2000 is for sure the best music, bro.
I mean, because if you look at the 2010s, it is crazy, and the people that are like in the 2010s, but I don't know. There's just, I don't know. I also feel like music in the 2000s was like happier.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like the bling era. Like it sounded like that. Like that's like a.
Yeah.
Because nobody really gave a fuck during that time.
Yeah.
No.
And everybody was partying in the clubs, right? I mean, everybody in the club now is just like,
man,
bullshit. I don't even go to the clubs no more. Like, I mean, when I was 21 and shit, yes, of course, I was down up on 6, like every fucking weekend. But now it's just like, now that I look at it, like I kind of want to dance, bro. Like, I mean, it's not me, like, when I'm drunk, people always think I'm drunk because I'm dancing or whatever. But, like, I like to, you know, chill and vibe out, and that's my type of music, you know, just, like, sit there and, like, vibe. Just really, that's why I come out for, you know, just get away from life a little bit, kind of enjoy some dope-ass music. But nobody makes that shit no more. So that's why I love about the nostalgia of 2000s, because, like, even in my car, I'll be banging that shit, just like remember the days, bumping Chris Brown wall to wall and shit. You know, like stupid. Some of my favorite series like T-Pain, bro. I remember when I was younger too. I used to sing T-Pain Bartender. That shit was funny, bro. I used to like get in front of my family and just sing it, and like I guess that's where all my my mom used to have a friend that came to Austin. She was from New Orleans. And she saw me, you know, doing that, you know, singing in front of the karaoke machine and shit. And she was just like, man, he's going to be a fucking singer one day. And I was like, man, I never thought of it as anything or whatever. And then over time, she like finally hit me. She was like, I told you, man, you're going to be fucking big. So, I mean, that was great. Like, childhood was fucking all about music for me, at least. It always made me happy, made me fade away from a lot of things that was going on in life at that time, too. So.
Yeah, music's like a scapegoat for a lot of people. I feel like if we didn't have music in this world, everybody would be insane. Because I mean, music just like so. There's just so many so many different type of genres that just like there's something for every situation.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not just hip hop for me too. I love alternative, R&B, a little bit of rock. I'm not gonna say a lot. I mean, my dad's side they really listen to a lot of rock, but. I was never with him that much to be fucking going into that, you know? So, I mean, I'm learning now. I'm finally back in my dad's life again, so where he's back in my life again. So it's like I'm barely learning that shit. And so, I mean, music makes me happy either way.
Yeah, I feel like as an artist, like you kind of have to like branch out to different genres to hear different sounds. You can pull samples from different places. And then, especially today, because like one of CJ's favorite artists is like Uzi. You look at Uzi and he's just pulling all kinds of shit from everywhere. Yeah. And I think that's like kind of where music is kind of going, because you have Trippie Redd that does that. Travis just kind of did that. Uzi did that. Playboy does that.
Just making up different subgenres, especially like in hip hop. Like, I mean, you got all kind of subgenres. Like when Pop Smoke was alive, rest in peace, you had like all the drill, New York drill. Then you got like Chicago drill. Same name, but or different sound. You know what I'm saying? So then you obviously got like Houston music in like the 90s, early 2000s, you know. So it's just like there's different genres of rap or hip hop and R&B, and even going back to what you were saying about like dancing and vibing in the club. I just, man, like thinking about the music that's made now, I feel like even with like the boy girl collabs, I feel like that's not even a thing. And our homie Mikey G, shout out to him. He just did a song with a girl kind of like that type of vibe, and you would fuck with him. I feel like y'all would make some fire stuff because he's kind of like that Chris Brown type vibe. So definitely need to plug y'all. But he like just dropped a song with this girl and it has like 100K streams because it sounds like something you would hear back then. And I feel like that's kind of what it is with all kinds of art or music. I feel like in clothing too. Like now everybody wants to wear oversized baggy shit, and like that's what people were wearing in the 90s. Hopefully it doesn't go back to that super tight shit. Like that shit.
That was a crazy era, though, bro.
Was that like middle school?
Yeah,
like bands and whatnot,
right?
Snapbacks
and tattoos, bro. That shit was hard, though. You can't lie. That was a good time. Like, as kids, though, I think as kids. Now we grown ass men, we kind of like got a little bit size on us. Everybody was like, you know what I mean?
Some weight.
Like me too. I put like so much fucking weight. Like if I try to wear some tight shit, bro.
Throw that oversized shirt on.
I got rid of skinny jeans. I think I don't know why, barely just last year, bro. Because I was like, yeah, this shit's too tight.
Nah, for real.
I'm gaining like weight like crazy. Like I've been drinking a lot of beer, so I drink a lot too. But it's just like, yeah, skinny jeans and tight shit. No, nah, it ain't it.
Yeah. It's crazy to see like the different generations we've gone through too.
Facts. We have been through a lot though. That is crazy.
Just like with like just different styles. We've been through a lot.
Everything evolves too. Like, I mean, we're just getting older. Like for me, it's just like, damn. I was talking to CJ about it. Like, I'm not gonna go listen to an artist like on my own no more. Like, you know, digging in the crates, looking up somebody on YouTube or on SoundCloud or whatever, and trying to like find like, oh, this is the next person that's gonna be popping. I kind of feel like now you get to that point. It's like, I know who's good. I know what I like. I'm going to listen to them. If I hear this person on a feature on the radio or in the club and the song's fire or is hard, like Ice Spice, for example, then all right, I might check her, or Sexy Red. Like I might go check them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy how it is nowadays. That's kind of what it is now. I seen a lot of that happening now, because even back then, like, you'll just hear random artists and you'll be like, oh shit, I actually like this, and nobody else would probably know him, or a few people would. Like, I remember when Hobson was,
Bro.
That's a
and
name.
only a handful of people knew who Hobson was, and I would go around like listening to his fucking music. I mean, I don't know more, but
yeah,
I mean,
I definitely know he was the Illmind Hobson 3.
That shit was hard as shit, bro. I'm telling you, at that time too. So I see how it is, and music evolved nowadays. So, I mean, music has changed so fucking much. I kind of hate it and love it, but you got to evolve with it,
It's just kind of like everything else. It's like, it's so much, theoretically, it's so much easier to get bigger. But at the same time, there's still a lot more competition because it's easier to get bigger.
Yeah. And that's true. That is true. But I mean, I feel like I'm fighting out here. Like,
Bro.
I'm trying to fight
everybody.
for my spot.
Yeah.
Especially because like content right now is just like super ultra competitive. I feel like, we've been talking about starting a podcast 4 or 5 years ago. Now look up, everybody got a podcast, or even with like the content creation, you post a couple viral clips, you blow up. That Bobby girl, gets the right guest on, blows up, becomes like the #1 podcast in the world for a little bit. Same thing with these artists too. Like you make a song go trending on a reel or TikTok, then like it's a good thing because it can help you blow up quicker, but it's also like oversaturated. It's like who's really good and who's not type of deal.
Yeah.
That's like the big thing though, is like getting popular. Like your song, if your song's on TikTok, you kind of made it.
Yeah. I feel that. I don't like it in a way, because I don't want to rush my success. I don't want to be like that artist that blew up overnight and went crazy for the first year. And then, because I want to be here for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So if I blow up tonight, I'm already playing for the next 10 years. Like I want to be here, like in the music, or like Drake shit, like he's been here for 15, stay relevant. Because a lot of these artists, I think nowadays, are kind of getting that one crazy year, boom, that's it.
Yeah.
But I don't want that. I love music. I love music. I love writing. I love to learn about it. I love everything about it. So it's like, I want to take my time with it and enjoy it. So not just rush to fucking success, go crazy touring for first year, big and then don't know what the fuck to do after that, because you already done everything in that much little time. So
overnight success, the only one I can really think of that's like, I guess, still like popular, or I don't know how you would say it, is like what's his name from Dallas, Post Malone.
Yeah, Post Malone. He's still popular.
yeah,
he's even bigger, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
I think,
he just had the overnight success. What Iverson came out,
Yeah.
and then ever since, he just
he's been kind of staying relevant.
if you look at his streams, his numbers are crazy
because he's a pop artist.
He did turn into a pop artist.
Yeah,
So it's like that's what's one thing too about staying in hip hop. A lot of these artists that kind of came into hip hop and then they transition into like, I want to do alternative or pop. You see it with Post Malone, MGK, and Doja Cat too. She kind of raps in pop at the same time. But I don't know. I want to stay in just hip hop only.
Yeah.
I would like to adventure into like trying something different, but I don't think I want to do it as a full thing.
Yeah, you don't want that to be like your core.
It's just like an experimental.
Yeah,
thing.
Like how Drake's honestly never mind. It's like, hey, what do y'all think about that? Y'all can hate it, love it.
Would you ever do that as like a alter ego? I guess.
Oh yeah, I already have one.
Is it Miklo?
Yeah, Miklo. Yeah. That's more of like my aggressive kind of personality. It's rapping harder and being more like streetwise and whatever, like crazy. So that's kind of like a part of me. Yeah.
Because I've been bumping that.
Yeah. What made you come up with the name for that?
Man, I don't know if y'all ever seen Blood In, Blood Out. Y'all ever seen that?
Blood In.
Yeah, we about to watch it. We're gonna have a movie night.
Blood In, Blood Out.
Blood In, Blood Out.
Is that the one where they're in Africa?
Nah. It's a Mexican movie, man.
1990.
You know what it is?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. I have to see the cover. Yes, I've seen it.
Oh, we're gonna have a movie night.
It came around with like colors and all that.
I think I don't know.
It was a little bit before colors.
Probably,
I'm pretty sure.
Probably. I was a kid, so I was watching
Yes.
this shit as a kid, bro.
Yes, it's a Mexican movie. Yeah.
It's
No,
hard
it's
as
good.
fuck.
It's like Mexican gang movies.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I'll bring the popcorn. So we'll watch it. Like, it's a fucking live. I was watching that as a kid, bro. We watched a lot of crazy movies when we were kids. I mean, a lot of hood movies, Boys and Boys Out, Boys in the Hood, and
Menace to
Society,
Society,
Yeah, all that
Colors,
shit.
yeah.
and then even the funny movies from like Scary Movie and all. White
Don't Be a
Chicks,
Menace.
Don't Be a
Yeah.
Menace. Like all that shit, bro. Like I was, yeah. It's crazy. But I got Miklo from that movie just because he was the white Mexican. So me, I'm the white Mexican in the family. I'm literally the
You
lightest
don't speak
one.
Spanish?
I don't speak no Sabo, no man. I don't speak no fucking Spanish. I don't fucking speak no goddamn Spanish. I'm sorry. Look, but my grandma speaks Spanish though. She's full. Her first language was Spanish, but I don't know what happened to her goddamn fucking kids. All that fucking weed got some. I don't know what the fuck it was, but
For me, I just didn't pay attention or care to like learn, which I regret. But
yeah. Oh shit. I don't know what the fuck happened to my family, but them motherfuckers just did not give a shit. The fucking 80s babies, man. They get on my fucking nerves. But I tell you, man, but it's crazy though. I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you, my grandma, she's still alive, man. Thank God. But she's funny as hell. She always talking to me in Spanish, and I still don't know what the fuck she's saying.
Yeah, no.
So I don't know.
I
But
picked up some stuff here and there, but like,
actually, when I was younger, I did know like what she was saying, but now I don't know.
yeah,
Because I'm not around her
If you
as
speak
much.
too fast, I'm just like, all right, bro.
Yeah, I'll
Nah,
lose you,
for
bro.
real.
You'll lose me. But I
Yeah.
mean, that's how I got into that name of Miklo. And plus, I love the movies. Like the movie is always amazing to me. It's always fucking funny. If you hang around Mexicans all the time, literally they quote in that fucking movie every single fucking minute of the day, especially when we're drunk as fuck. So that's where I got Miklo from. I mean, because I have some I relate to it just a little bit, nothing too crazy, but I love that name too. And plus, I get called that too.
Really?
Especially-
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Miklo.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, dog.
Yeah, that's fire though. That's dope.
Yeah.
So I guess going back, we got a little off topic, but 16, you said around high school time.
Yeah.
What was it there like, all right, I'm gonna start pursuing music?
Damn. Actually, I really don't even remember. Like I don't I don't know. I think it was just one day. It just kind of helped me out during that time because it was like a big fucking depression for me. Like 16 to fucking maybe 19, 20. It was like crazy fucking depression. But it's like music guided me through the whole way, figuring out some shit, just going to the studio and then, just wanting to learn it and really wanted to pursue something. Like I was really into basketball at that time too. I was like supposed to be on JV during high school, but I just couldn't at that time. So it was like waking up at fucking 6 a.m. But I'm 16 years old. I mean, I could do it now, but at 16, I was like fucking tired of shit. I was going to school and work, so it's like a lot of crazy shit was going on. I don't know. I never really thought I was ever going to make it this far, to be honest. But here I am.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how it happens sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, even a couple people around me, there was just to say, keep going. Keep going. I was shitty at first. I was definitely I wasn't good at music at all. I mean,
Whenever there's very few people, if there's anybody, that when you start off, you're just amazing. I mean, yeah, you could see people that have like raw talent, but like all this stuff, like even us going back and looking at our first stuff, we were shitty.
yeah.
Shitty on camera, it looked bad, like the
Everything.
whole flow, like it's just reps over time, like putting that work in, like I mean, like a craft. You really do like become a master of your craft. The hours you put in,
Yeah.
all that stuff goes a long way.
Big facts. Hell yeah, bro. And I mean, that's the way I did it. I mean, I just kept going and going and going. And then I finally found my flow. I found the way that I really wanted to rap. This is the way I want to sound. I was like, shit, so I'm going to stick to that. Man, I wish y'all could see me like at 16 rapping. It was just like fucking terrible. But it was just like, I would never thought it would take this fucking long. I mean, yeah.
I mean, it takes some people a little bit longer to find their, because I feel like the most important thing at the beginning is like finding your voice.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most important thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then second thing would be the pen, even though I feel like the pen's more important than the voice. But like, if you have a great pen but don't have like the voice for it, then it doesn't really mean shit.
Yeah, true.
It's all about how it sounds sonically too, because like, I mean, me and Carlos were talking one day, and I was just like, man, like, you cannot be. I'd rather listen to somebody that's like an average rapper to like almost below average rapper, but their music sounds good, over someone who can rap really, 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 really well, but like you play it and you're just like bored. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to find that nice fine tune, a balance of beats, flow, rapping ability, because you do want to get some substance. Like you can listen to music that has no substance and like it, but realistically, you're not going to go to it all the time. It's going to be more of like played in environments and stuff like that. So
hell yeah.
Were you like put in your like, I guess, feelings and emotions into like when you were writing when you were 16? Is that what like kind of got you through?
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. I think that's what most of my music was just what I was feeling at the moment. And then, and it was just mostly trials and errors. Like, okay, what can I was trying to like copy other people's flows and other beats, try to do like remixes and shit. But, I mean, I just like, I don't know. I just drifted away from all that shit. Eventually, I just kind of went into like, hey, let me try something different for once.
So you were making music at 16.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't good music, but it was like, I want this, you know, like I really do. So.
All right. So at 6, because earlier you said you went to you would go to studio. Did you go to studio at 16 as well?
Yeah. Man, so in high school, one of my homies knew a guy that actually took him to the studio, and I was like, connect me. I don't know what made me. I was just like, hey, if he knows the studio, let me know. Finally got connected with him, you know, called him up, and then he put me in the studio for the first time ever. Came out with a track, and then, I mean, the rest is history from there. So.
Was that like your first like?
That was my first shit.
Okay, I'm doing this shit.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty loud though. I was like, oh,
hey, you step into that booth and you're just like, hey.
Yeah, this shit was different. Ass, but man, it was so crazy. I just remember that first experience. It's just like putting on the headphones, hearing the beat, and then you just hear yourself back, and you're just like, oh shit.
Do you still have some of the first music you wrote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody's getting my fucking email. So if y'all hackers out there, if y'all ever leak my shit, please don't.
Would you ever like use any of the stuff you wrote in today's music or no?
No.
No.
Not, no.
different time, I feel like too. Like I feel like you were at a different place, so you're like experiencing life differently. So even if it is good, it just might not hit like you would like it to as the artist.
Yeah, definitely. I think about that a lot of when I listen to my older music sometimes, because I always go back to my shit. I always like to I came this far, but I think of it as like how if I was listening to XXXTentacion today, I don't feel the same. You know, it's just like I told you I was in the like very deep depression, so it was like a bunch of sad music at that time. But now it's like I'm not depressed, but I mean I'm not liking where the fuck I'm at right now because I want to be still more at the top. But it's like okay, I'm okay now, but it's like I just want to work hard and get finally where I'm trying to get. So, but it was like a whole different feeling at that time. So that's what most of my old music was. So
yeah, both of us with the same artist, music does stick with you a lot more depending on what time of place you're in. Because like when I started listening to this guy named Mike, it was like at the end of, it was like right when my girl and I broke up at that time. And then everything he was just saying was just like resonated with me. Right. So like that album is like forever one of my favorite albums of all time. And then the same thing with him.
Very special. Same thing. Yeah, going through some shit with these girls, bro. They be
these women are dangerous, bro. I tell you.
No, they be having you in your chest, bro, for real. But yeah, same type of deal. Like you just listen to these artists, especially when you're going through stuff, and it's like that's why music is so subjective, because whatever someone's feeling emotionally, like you might be like, oh, he's not good or whatever, but I mean, there is like not good artists, but like if everyone has they have the 3 ingredients or whatever there, but you don't resonate with it, that's okay. It's just not for you, or for you in that time. Like there's artists that I'm sure all of us have listened to, and then we're like, he's not it. And then you hear something and like 4 or 5 years later, you're like, oh, okay. And then you give him a chance type of deal.
I mean, that's how it was for me with, what's his name? From Florida. Well, no, we said it was annoying.
Kodak.
Oh,
Black.
Kodak, yes.
Kodak, you
yes.
thought? Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I did thought so too.
Yeah.
Just his voice and shit.
Yeah, when he first came out, it's just, I don't know. I just couldn't
Actually, I
listen
think
to
that
him.
whole 2016 era, like that kind of annoyed me.
Yeah, I'm not
That
gonna lie.
first
I
time,
wasn't
yeah.
a big like when they first came out. I wasn't really fucking with
Yeah,
them either.
because like same with like Uzi,
I'm about to say
Yachty,
Uzi grew on me a lot
21.
too.
Actually, well, I'm surprised. 21 grew up on me a lot. Yachty too, and actually Uzi, I kind of got over it like just a little bit because I don't know what the fuck I was doing at that time, but I was like, okay, I like this shit. Actually. yeah.
21, I've always like fucked with. Uzi, he grew on me a lot, and then Yachty's just kind of like whatever to me.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's
Yachty's actually still getting better though. I think so.
yeah, that last album.
I think his like
his
last
past
album was
album,
good,
like, a week
and then
ago?
I think his past 2 singles were pretty dope.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I fuck with that.
Yeah. No, it's nice to see people like kind of find their lane too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, 21. This man was like straight street music. Like,
Yeah.
talking about the hardest hitting street
I'm
music,
telling
and
you.
then now it's like.
I think that's why I was like, bro, I'm even surprised he came this fucking far.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like,
Because that shit is like
I thought it was gonna like,
different. Like them
Yeah.
shits, that shit with Drake that he just dropped like last year, and then the Slaughter
with
tapes
Travis?
and all that.
Yeah.
And then his features here and there. It's like, damn, he's been one of those people that have been able to become mainstream and kind of like know what he's got to do to stay afloat right there. So.
He's. It also helps who he's with and where he's at.
Yeah.
Connection.
That's true.
Yeah, like
That
being
is
in
true.
Atlanta and being around those people, like all the big names that are over there. I mean, Future, Thug, Gunna, Baby, and like
Yeah. Atlanta
being
raised a
around
lot of
them,
great
you're gonna
music.
stay pretty popular.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 21 just around just the great people. So I feel like that's always gonna keep him relevant.
Hell yeah.
It just, I'll say, yeah, it's just hard for him to die off. He's around too many good people that will like help him stay.
You know, it's crazy. He hasn't like.
But I also, sorry to cut you off, but I also feel like right now he's the best in Atlanta. That's not Future.
right now.
Yeah, like just some of his features
probably.
that he's just been on, and then just
probably.
I think he's been a part
Savage
of,
Mode too. Like
Yeah. I think he's been a
Gunna's right
part.
there too, though.
Gunna
Future,
is
you know.
though.
Yeah.
If we talking about the best writer, Gunna is gonna be
Gunna,
top.
yeah,
Bro.
He's got a fucking pin.
it's crazy how people were like, man, fuck Gunna for snitching, but like he had the song of the summer and like his album went pretty.
And
Yeah,
I think he had like 100K the first week or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That was
y'all
fire.
talking shit about my guy. Hey,
Yeah. I'm sorry, bro, but I love Gunna, bro.
I love
Bro,
Gunna.
same. That's
No,
like
I've always liked Gunna more than Lil Baby too.
Me too, bro.
Me too.
No, well, as soon as I found out that Gunna was writing for Lil Baby, that's when I was like, ooh, okay, that's crazy. So I was like, it made me love Gunna even more because he's just like a crazy writer. Because I'm a writer too. I love writing. So it's just like I admire other great writers. And so it's like, damn, that's crazy. How the fuck you do that?
Would you take writing into like? Would you write for other artists, or have you done that?
Fuck yes. I've actually tried to do it with other artists, but it's, I guess, just where I'm at. It's kind of difficult to write for other, local artists. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, they just don't sit right now. They
Yeah.
don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know, like, because I'm a writer from jump. Like, if somebody else wanted to write some music for me, I'll say, okay, well, give me a reference track, lay it down so I can, like, exactly how do you want me to say it? What do you want me to say? And then we go through it together, da-da-da. Like, I want to write for other people. Like, I do. I truly do. I try to write for, like, more R&B. Like, I love R&B. So, I always got... I got a lot of songs that I tried to sing, but I couldn't do it. But I know that if I gave it to a singer, I'd be like, hey, this would really, really dope for you. Like, I think so. Like, I've have a lot of music that are like that.
That's good though too, because I feel like that's just you knowing like you have this valuable skill set, and also because one of my friends came in, he's like a Russ, like does it all himself.
Yeah.
Kind of same like you, just does all that shit themselves. And you produce your own stuff too.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, but still, like, just kind of does everything himself. But he got to the point too in his life and his career where it's like, as long as he's making some kind of income from music, like he knows like him becoming an artist will like show at some point. So like even for someone like you, obviously you probably have other aspirations, but that's still like another lane where there's so much you can do in music and still like make that your life while contributing in a different way. That's not like the normal way, you know, like being like the artist. You could be a great writer, then become the, like people that are backup dancers, they backup dance forever. Then they get their shot. Then they become Justin Timberlake, all these people, they just become
Tupac?
big, facts.
Tupac
That
was a
shit
backup
crazy.
dancer.
Tupac was a
Yeah.
Oh shit, we blowing minds on here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, he was a dancer.
He was a backup
I thought
dancer.
it was a thug life type shit. Nah, that motherfucker lying, bro. I swear. But he really like.
He was a backup dancer.
Man, I know he lied.
He's I don't know how to say like a soft soul, I guess, but when he was younger, he was real into poetry. So
Yeah.
he was in a lot of poetry, and he would always I think have like theater and whatnot. So he started up as a backup dancer.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yep.
They didn't put that in the movie, did they?
I didn't watch it. I heard it was bad, so I didn't watch
Yeah,
it.
that's true. I didn't either.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
So looking at your catalog too, looks like you've been dropping consistently since 2020. You got 2 projects on here. You got Why Not Me 2022, and then you got the last one you just dropped, Miklo 2023. So I guess like how's that progression been since your first single to like you about to drop here soon? Like how's that been?
It's been a crazy evolution. Like it's just learning so much from that first single, I guess like legit single that I put on actual platforms instead of SoundCloud. So it's like I still got music, older music on my SoundCloud, but it's just like that transition of okay, I got to make it way better where people want to play it back. I knew that for sure. I was like, okay, I got to make music that people are going to put this bitch on repeat. I know it's got to be like that. So I listen and kind of go through and just, like I said, just study music and see what's popping now, how other artists doing it, and just learning all that. And then, but still putting what I want on a track, what I want people to hear. So, I mean, just seeing that evolution for me, it's just like, it made me want to drop a tear sometimes. I'd be like, fuck, bro. I tell y'all, I did not think I was ever going to do music this far. And I was just like, this is crazy. So, I mean, practice makes perfect. Just keep doing it and just staying way consistent with it. Like I said, I'm a writer, so I would write every single day. There's a time where I was like, I wouldn't sleep, and I had work the next day, but I would just be writing. It didn't have to say anything. It was just writing. So, I mean, I remember like way back, I wrote a song in like 15 seconds. I'm not playing. I'm not playing, bro. Like if people, of course, like, where's the proof? But I don't have proof. It was just like, it had to be made not sense, but I wrote that fast because there was at a point where I was just like literally writing every single day, every single night, just doing it.
And what was on that Dreamville?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Oh, have you seen that documentary where they did the Revenge of the Dreamers, the second one, and they were sending out the tickets to like all the producers, engineers, artists that were on that album, and basically it was probably like 50 total people there between artists, producers, engineers, songwriters.
10 days.
And they were in there. They were in a studio for 10 days, and it was like.
Oh, for the days of the dream or Revenge of the Dreamers?
Yeah, Revenge of the Dreamers.
Dope.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you should check that out when you get some time, bro. And they were in there, and it's like they're talking about like how competitive it's getting because they're like, if you're not getting in these rooms, then you're not gonna be on this project because they're like everyone is just fighting for a verse or a hook or writing credits or producing credits. It's crazy.
So like you had to write quick and it had to be good.
Yeah. Even I'm getting to the point where I don't even write no more. Actually, the newer album, I'm not gonna lie, I've already started the newer album for 2024, and most of that shit, like actually I got 3 tracks ready, and I didn't write one single word.
It's all freestyle?
Yes, but not really like freestyle. Like I sat there like it's just like punching in. That's all it is. Like it's not, I'm still writing in my head, but it's not me physically like doing it on paper or on the phone. It's just like, okay.
You say some shit.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yeah.
Hit it and go and do it again.
Just following it. So eventually, like that's how I want to try to get to. Like, I think what Jay-Z did the same thing when he was 25. He stopped writing. I forgot what album. I think it was for his first album. Yeah,
Really?
He just stopped
I
writing.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Look it up. Fuck y'all if y'all think I'm lying.
No, that's crazy.
I get that's how I guess it's going. I mean, that Wayne didn't write.
Yeah, Wayne didn't write at all.
Juice didn't write. Who else? I don't think Logic doesn't write some of his stuff.
Nah, I'm trying to think. Even like I feel like even Sias really doesn't write either. Or one of our homies. I feel like
Sias.
he's like a big punching guy too.
Yeah. I kind of love it though. I love punching in. Like there's this one song that I was like, that would be on the newer album, and I punched in every single thing, but it just sounds so fucking perfect. it's like the whole fucking vibe just goes and rises, and then it's like, man, I can't wait to show y'all. I'll probably show y'all after this, all this.
Do you think it's it takes away like how do I say this? Do you think the song would sound better if you actually did write it versus punching in, because you have like the time to like sit there, listen to the beat over and over and write and like
sometimes it varies. Like there's a couple songs that I've freestyled and wrote at the same time. So like I'll probably write the first verse, but I'll probably say like freestyle the second verse. Like I'll do that, and then I mean you could probably hear the difference. I mean I don't know. I think at certain times there is a point like you need to write. Like I think if you're getting on the track with other rappers, and they're going hard on their verses, I'm pulling out a fucking pen because I'm about to, like, I'm rewriting this bitch. I'm trying to whatever. I might want to find a vibe, but I'm trying to go like bar for bar. After
so
that.
you're so competitive.
Yeah, be competitive at that point. But if it's just like a song with me and I'm trying to get a vibe going, then it's just like just go straight for it. Don't even matter what the fuck I say. Just make sure it sounds fucking good.
How do you go from picking and choosing who you want on your stuff and you want to be on their stuff?
I'm picky as shit, bro. I'm picky. But there's like a lot of artists that I really am a fan of where I've hit up. I mean, like my last features, I'm a big fan of Northside O'Malley. Like he's fucking dope as shit. He's from Houston. Like I've been hearing him rap and I'm a big fan of him. YC, Young Clean, like that motherfucker is just like one of the craziest Mexicans right now, like just rapping. So I'm a big fan of him. And then 1030 Montana, he's dope as shit too. He's definitely doing his thing coming up right now. So it's like, I'm very picky though. I don't just go to anybody. I gotta be an actual fan of your shit. Yeah. And then especially if like people, I've had people that send me the music where it's just like, I don't like this song. Like it's just no good. I mean, I'll try it and then I'll probably send it and they'll be like, oh, this shit was ass. I'm like, well, yeah, the song was too. But I mean, I don't want to say that, but I was like, look, I'm gonna try. I'll try to do it, but if I'm not feeling the vibe, it's just not gonna go well. You know what I mean?
It just sucks. It's like, it's hard saying no because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. It's the thing.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just trying to get my practice out too.
Yeah, that's good. That's good that you're getting the reps in too, because I do feel like there's probably a lot of people who turn stuff down, but it's like that could be a whole different lane of music that you typically don't practice on. Yeah, like just like you said, just try it, and then if it doesn't go anywhere, that's fine. But it's still productive. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a waste of your time.
Yeah, because I got a lot of shit that I got with my crew, SQMG, that we've done. We actually done a whole fucking project together of music, but that kind of helped me out of getting other features with other artists. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's with the homies, but still felt like, oh man, if another artist, like a big artist, try to ask for a feature, like okay, I'm not nervous or I don't know like where do I start. I'm not like that. I'd be like, okay, I know what the fuck I need to do, so this is what I'm gonna do.
It's important to. It's hard because you don't want to just have anyone and everyone on. Excuse me, but it's important to like jump on or have people jump on your music because you just reach in different fan bases at that point, and it just helps you grow.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I use that to my advantage as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know? Because most of the artists I have too, we're all kind of similar. Like I'm gonna have Samir Kari on this next album that I'm about to drop this month. He's more of like a melodic artist as well, but he's shown me like some rock music before that he's done and pop, and I'm like, bro, like we definitely like similar artists. And I showed him the album too before, and he was like, bro, this is like the music that I listen to. So he's like in a way different lane. So that's that lane that I need to, get into because my music that I'm about to drop is more melodic than anything. So that's the artist I'm trying to get into. And also shout out my boy Nate. He's also on the album. He's actually on one of my singles, Company. He's more of a like melodic artist too, but he'll like switch it to like crazy rap too.
Like the aggressive, like me.
Yeah. So like we're just similar, in a way. So I try to reach his fan base as much as possible. So I mean, I got all shit planned out, but it's just like I found these artists and I was like, man, I'm a big fan. So let's do some shit. We the same thing.
Yeah. So I know 2 of the 3 people. I didn't know the guy from Houston, but 1030 Montana, we actually went to high school with him.
Yeah. He went to
Pflugerville. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I went to middle school with him as well.
Which middle school?
Yeah. I went to Park Crest. Only for a year though.
Yeah, on Westview.
Westview.
Rock.
Yeah.
Fucking Westview.
Yeah. So well, obviously we know him personally, and then we didn't really figure out he rapped until maybe
it was
year.
when we started doing media, like probably like 2 years ago. I think we like put him on YouTube.
Well, Albert sent us
a song or some shit.
He was like, "Yo, this is Joseph."
Dominguez.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to say the full name. But
That's what I. Hey, my bad, bro.
Censor that shit. Like, censor that.
But he was like, he makes music now. Y'all should get him on. He's dope, and he's pretty good. And it's voice changer, auto-tune, I guess. I don't know if that counts as auto-tune for his voice.
No, he don't use no auto-tune.
No, that's his actual voice.
Yeah.
Damn, boy, deep as shit.
Yeah. I was doing when he came to my crib and he recorded his verse on my shit, so I was like, fuck, man, I gotta switch up everything from my vocals because I kind of use the same chain as mine, but I had to switch everything else so it was like to fit his fucking vocals on, and I mean he's just deep as shit.
Yeah, his voice deep as shit.
Yeah.
And then is it Young Clean?
Young Clean.
Yeah. One of my really good childhood friends I'm still friends with now. We just had him on recently. Hangs out with the Acting Bad people. Mm-hmm. So I knew of YC because of him.
Yeah.
Which I told my friend, his name's Yanti. His real name's Anthony, but his stage name is Yanti. Okay. I was like, y'all should get on a track together because y'all would sound good. Because he's like you, like he has like a balance of like aggressive and then like chill melodic, and then he also has like his R&B side. We're like for the girls,
right? You always gotta have something for the ladies.
You have to, bro. I mean, even when like constructing a playlist, like, bro, girls ain't trying to hear about people getting shot up and like robbing and fucking
kind of
hoes
depending
and,
on the girl too.
Yeah, true, true.
You know what I mean? Because man,
bro, I actually saw this TikTok or Instagram reel, one of the two, but it was like music in the 2000s, like a guy driving, like girls rapping and stuff, and like how they say it, like whatever they're saying, and they like fast forward to now, and it's like them talking about all kind, you know how that shit is, and they're just like
a lot of girls just rap really aggressive now.
No, for real, but that shit is hard though. It's like hard. Like Glorilla and all that, bro. That shit's like. Cause honestly for me, like I'm probably gonna listen to that more.
If you see me, you know, trying to wear a size ski.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. That shit be crazy.
I feel like
it's fire.
I feel like it's like it's better to be like a SZA or like a what was the girl you said earlier?
I'm trying to think of females.
Female that you said earlier,
Doja
artist.
Cat?
I can't remember who the fuck you said.
What did I say?
She's like R&B and rap.
You talking about Doja Cat?
Oh,
Doja Cat? Like SZA, Doja Cat, stuff like that. I feel like it's better to be like one of those for a female than like just straight rapping.
Yeah, I just feel like it just kind of depends on what you're trying to appeal to. Because like SZA, like she's one of those artists that like she got blessed. Like she's in TDE. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like she's gonna already get that cosign for being in TDE with Kendrick and J-Rock and all them. Yeah. People are already gonna be like expecting greatness from her, and even she's got Ari Lennox, who's in Dreamville, like another one. But then you got like Sexy Red, Glorilla. It's like, all right, they're making these club bangers. So now it's just like trajectory. Like, are they going to be able to continue to make like a whole project you're going to listen to? Kind of because like Cardi B, like she had club anthems, but like now she can kind of ride that club anthem thing. Like, you know, if you get a Cardi B feature and it's on a song, like two girls on a song, Cardi B's on there, you know that's gonna be like a club song, but it's gonna be good. Yeah. But like listening to her whole project, I don't know how often you're gonna get those listens now. You know what I'm saying? Like as a fan of like the actual artist, where you're gonna go listen to her front to end.
I don't know. Club tracks are weird because it's like for like as an artist, I was like you kind of want club tracks, but you don't, because at the end of the day, you have a club track. And it's gonna get fucking played. Yeah. But that's only gonna last X amount of days because club tracks are just constantly coming out.
You know what it is though, too, though. Like I think I heard it or I was talking about this, or another TikToker. I don't know what the fuck I heard it from, but somebody was saying the reason off for that is because what's getting played in the club now. Like even back then, like the 2000s. I mean, you were listening to R&B, to Usher, Chris Brown. You know, the crap that shit. You could play R&B in the club and it'll be lit. But now it has to be fully like a club kind of mix type of like a trap beat or whatever.
Yeah, like
So,
you
I mean,
nowadays, you know, a club hit when you
Yeah.
hear like a club.
Yeah,
hit.
you know that like the type of beat. So it's like, okay. But I mean, that's what kind of fucks it up. I mean, I'll bump SZA in the fucking club if they played it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they play like Snooze in the club.
probably.
They probably play that. But like,
I'll
fire.
fucking go stupid.
yeah.
I'm actually about to go see her too. I'm about to go see her after.
For real?
that's fire.
Yeah, that's
My
fire.
girl got tickets. So.
That's
Yeah,
fire.
that's fire.
She was like, "Are you gonna go with me?" I was like, "Bitch, hell yeah!"
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
singing more
that's
than
She's
you.
like, "You only know one song." And I said, "I don't give a fuck." I'm
She's
chill, girl.
she's
Yeah,
fire.
she's fire.
She's somebody that like grew on me a lot too. Was
yeah. Nah, she's
Yeah.
a fucking amazing. I think from went crazy. What's the Kendrick Lamar and her from Black Panther album?
Oh, I'm trying to think.
What's that song?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know. Like I don't know, like the whole Black Panther album. I don't know any of the song
Oh,
names.
bro, what the fuck?
No,
That-
like I don't know
oh,
the song
crazy.
names.
All
name?
the stars.
All the Stars
Yeah,
is so
I was
hard.
like, duh.
Yeah.
All the Stars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that shit
lit,
goes
though.
crazy.
That song goes crazy.
And
Like,
then,
I can
Good
hear it in my
Days.
head now.
Bro, there's a time where I was listening to Good Days, like, bro, I listen to that shit like 10 times in a row.
Good
Like
Days
every
was
single
good,
day for
yeah.
like a week.
Yeah. Yeah, she got some good hits. Though.
Yeah.
She's got-
One question I've been wanting to ask you that I also haven't looked it up, so I should have done my research. But to my knowledge, I don't know of many. But how much harder do you think you have to work and gain respect from, I guess, black people in the rap music because you're Latino? There's not many Latinos who have made it.
Yeah.
I mean, that I can think of, the biggest is probably SPM, but I don't know how big globally SPM
Skin OT's
was.
Yeah, he's hard.
Oh yeah.
He's
I don't know
hard.
how big SPM was outside of like Southern people, because he's big down. From one, he's from Texas,
Right.
so like obviously he's big in Texas. Two is just that's back then like that was just the sound.
Right.
And then after him, it was what, Chingo Bling, and he was big because he was on Grills.
Chingo Bling was. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because he was on Grills, but like he was
Yeah,
more of
yeah,
a parody rap. And then
I remember that era. Yeah.
And then now, like, I can't think of anybody that's like,
What about, like,
before Mexican OT who's like been like,
What about like Sean Paul or what's it like?
so that's
the one that sings down, down, down. That was with Lil Wayne. That one. Yeah. That,
So that's
that
like
was going
that's
crazy.
like pop though.
Okay.
Like I would count
Well,
like
yeah,
Sean
that
Paul's
was
like he was like rapping, but it was like more pop.
Okay.
I would count. That's how I would count it as. I don't know about y'all, but that like Pitbull, same thing.
Pitbull, yeah.
Like Bad Bunny's rapping, but he's not like a. I don't know. I can't classify him in
yeah,
like
he's more of a Latin artist.
Like
Yeah.
straight Latin.
Because he's
like,
straight, yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
straight
speaking
Spanish.
English.
So like, how much harder do you think you have to work to like gain respect of just that side of it? Because that's what it is. And
Yeah,
that's,
I feel like I want to break that for sure. Like I think I want to just be one of that artists that like breaks everything about being Mexican in the rap game. You know, just everything. Because I feel like a lot of Mexicans kind of get up to a point where like, okay, he has a chance, but then nothing happens. He doesn't go any further, or he doesn't go on the billboards, or he's not considered like top 20, 50, or 100 artists, you know, in the hip hop game. Like I really want to break that up. And it's just, I guess, just it's very hard. I think so. I think just being Mexican in the rap game is very, very hard. Probably a little just as hard as being a woman in the rap game. You know, like you just got to work hard. You got to keep working hard. But I want to prove everything. Like Mexicans deserve to be up there as well. You know, like we got our own story and we here to tell it.
For
you
sure.
know?
those dudes from California were good actually.
Oh, you talking about Shoreline Mafia?
Yeah.
So like, Jeezy.
Oh, Jeezy. Yeah, he's fire.
Do
Yeah.
they still rap?
Yeah, they're kind of like not together really, but like he just dropped something recently.
Yeah,
like
he's
a project.
solo now.
Yeah, he's pretty solo.
But he's
now.
really dope too. But like I think I want to just bring that scenario of a Mexican artist too. Like I said, it's just being at that one point and just staying there. But I want to be way more up, where it's like I'm with that era of like 21 Savage, Drake, and you know they're bringing me out. You know, they're like, man, this boy StephenQ is a Mexican artist. Like I want to get to that point where people that are higher up, Dr. Dre, just like, man, this dude is fucking amazing.
What do you think you have to do? Like, how do you break that barrier?
Probably get into actually towards them. Like probably just meeting them and really, you know, kind of surrounding the team behind me and people that truly believe that and like pointing me in the right direction. Because I feel like I'm not going to be able to do it by myself. I'm not going to be able to do this. If I continue to do what I'm doing now just by myself, I'm not going to get far at all. So, excuse me. I'm trying to build a team where like, okay, can you give me this connection? Can you do this for me? Can I get like, can you open this door for me to get that knowledge here, to get this bigger knowledge? Because a lot of Mexican artists, we try to just stay in the south of Texas. You know, of course, this is where we start and this is where we're big at, of course, because we got so much Mexicans here in just Texas itself. But it's like I want to branch out. Yeah, I want to. Yeah. But that's why I don't just only rap. Like I want to make a melodic. I want to like play shit on the radio. I want to play shit that like people are really gonna feel. You know, some shit, some crazy shit. I want to go to fucking Japan and perform. Like I didn't know. I don't know, but if they fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with them. But I want to be one of those artists that like actually do that shit. I want to go to UK. I want to be like performing. Like I want to do that shit. Yeah, that's my shit.
It's hard to go like LA too because there's a lot of Mexicans there.
Yeah.
So like I feel like you would have to like go to like New York would be like the next biggest. I feel like.
Yeah, New York or like I'm trying to think like
Chicago.
Yeah. I mean,
I want to have Atlanta.
Atlanta would be big, especially because that's like. Like straight black community, really. But go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's like I think it also too is the fan base a little bit. You know, just kind of like making everything powerful in your fan base. Just like really get these people to support you and be behind you because what I truly believe, like I said, I want to be one of that artist that breaks everything, that breaks the whole fucking Mexican culture and everything. Just like really. Sit here and be like, hey, look, we deserve to be at the top too. As much as a white artist, we got that same room too.
Nah, for sure.
Because like there has been white people too now it's like it's getting more common for white people to rap.
Yeah,
Eminem.
Yeah, he's like
He's probably the one who broke the barrier.
Yeah,
but then you had people like the Beastie Boys, and then like all them. Yeah. You know, kind of.
I feel like Eminem's that one that kind of like made the respect of it.
Yeah, because Eminem was. He's considered by a lot of people today as the best rapper ever. You know,
I mean, I can't.
But like, obviously it was a different time, but just to my knowledge, the biggest is SPM, and I don't even know like.
Yeah. And I think it's
obviously because we're younger, so obviously you don't know. But like, I just don't know how big he was, like as an artist. Like, how far out did he reach? Because like you hear like Jack Harlow, everybody knows Jack Harlow. Everybody knows Logic. Everybody knows Eminem. And like everybody knows these people. But like, I felt like as far as this like SPM goes, because to my understanding, he's probably the biggest like Mexican who's made it. But I don't think that many people like.
Yeah, I'm trying to be that first, bro. To break it, just tour, be able to tour and actually sell out, and really be up there with those people, like I said. And I think sometimes also too, it's the image. Certain like Mexicans kind of want to stay with the street image, I guess. I mean, so far as just what I seen, you know, they try to just keep that like street image or whatever, and nothing. They don't want to change or transition into something that like, okay, let me do a radio hit, or let me do something with these other artists. Okay, let me do something with like a bigger artist, or, you know, try to get in the room with them and learn something. You know, I don't know what they're doing, but that's just how I'm seeing it.
It's a lot easier for a black person to do a street image because that's like their like rap is their culture, and that's what mainly the type of people that listen to rap is black. So it resonates with them a lot easier versus like a Mexican and like a cholo. Like if you're not like Mexican, you don't really understand or like feel what a cholo is.
Yeah,
that's like
I'm not cholo though. I think cholo's more of on like West Coast type shit. I don't think cholo's really a Texas.
I feel like it's in Texas too. It's just I feel like it's a like older thing. I feel probably. Like like with like colors and blood in so there's stuff like that. But the other thing I wanted to give a shout out to, because I don't know if we shouted them out yet, but Sound Life, you're the first Sound Life artist I believe to be on our podcast.
Shout out to Sound Life.
We're supposed to have
Life Sound.
I
even say Sound Life. Damn, I'm fired. Life Sound.
We're supposed to have on.
We're supposed to have Suave and K-Rob.
But obviously they're busy, so stuff fell through. But thank you for being the first one on. what has life been like with Sound Life for you, and like how did y'all find each other?
A life sound?
Or life sound? Keep saying Sound Life. Life sound.
Okay. It's
God
okay.
damn.
It's all right.
Shout out Frankie. I'm sorry, Frankie. Don't be mad at me, bro.
Shout out my boy Frankie. I actually performed in front of him a while back when they were doing a show, and I met him, and I was telling him, like my plans or whatever, and trying to grow as an artist and become, something crazier. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna give you a shot. So the actual night, I brought a whole fucking band and just performed, and I fucking amazed him. So he was like, bro, you're fucking crazy, you're talented. I love your music. Let's work. So after that, it was just like work after work, opportunity after opportunity. So it's like, it's really dope with them too. Shout out to everybody at Light Sound. Shout out my boy Chino. Shout out to everybody, just everybody. Because I fuck with George Pettis. Like, man, he's fucking amazing. He's a great mentor too. It's like, he's always giving me advice. So, they're great people over there. It's amazing. It's a crazy environment too. They're always fucking working. So trying to keep up with them is like hard because they're always doing some shit.
How much has that, like, you going over there helping your music and you as a artist?
Everybody's always trying to pitch in, trying to give out ideas and, help out. And that's what I love. I always tell them, like, hey, tell me if something's not right. If this song is not good, like, tell me. Or if I ain't doing this right, tell me. Like, I believe that as a team, like, you're not always going to get better with yes men in the room. Mm-hmm. So I try to eliminate that already. It's just like, don't tell me that this shit's good. Unless it's like, tell me that's fucking amazing. Hey, that's right. I think that was great. But if I can do better, let me know.
Yeah. When you walked into that studio and performed in there for the first time, were you kind of like blown away?
Yeah, a little bit, because I was like, I never really been into a studio like that.
Professional one?
Yeah, like a big one. I'm always used to like the smaller ones and my closet. So it was like walking in there, I was like, man, I'm the motherfucking man.
For us,
that mic
really
is
dope.
crazy.
It's nice as hell.
It's really nice.
That mic is crazy.
Yeah. And then, it's just amazing hearing it back on the fucking speakers too. So it's a really dope environment.
Did he get you on any like South by Southwest shows or anything, Frankie?
We didn't. We tried to this year. I think we're a little too late. We kind of got a little bit late up on that one because when we met was after the whole deadline. So
Gotcha.
everything was already like months ahead. So
I was working with him.
He's really dope, man.
Yeah.
He's a great. He's actually younger than me. So I was gonna say, great kid, man. Like, he's really dope. He's very driven. Like, he's crazy. Always wanted to figure out something, learn something new. So it's really dope to be around that too, because I used to surround myself with people that are like, I'll do it whenever, It's like, but it's like, I want to like procrastinate upon it, or it's like, oh, if it comes to me, I'll like, nah. It's like, let's get this motherfucker done.
Nah, for real though, and it's good like to surround yourself with people that are like-minded like that, especially in the space of music, art, content curation, entrepreneurship. Like, if you're not really around people that are always pushing themselves or trying to, push you, then you won't get to where you need to be. And sometimes you gotta have those hard conversations, or even not even like maybe in friendships, relationships, due to the fact that like you could feel like it halting you or stalling your growth and all that. So, more power to you, just like putting in that work and meeting the right people. Because we met him and I was just like, damn, this is like, he was telling us about all kind of stuff, electronic press kit, like stuff artists don't even use, don't know about to market themselves. And that goes a long way. And that kind of leads me into my next point of like, there's so many artists. We've met, I'm pretty sure you met in the city of Austin. We've asked them all kind of the same question, but what do you feel like is stopping a city as big as Austin, as with as much influence and people in and out all the time, from having an artist become like, let's say like a Travis Scott from Houston, or just like one of those mainstream mega superstars?
Oh, y'all want me to be honest?
Yeah.
The people that actually have those connections are holding these artists back. The people, I'm telling you, I hate to say it, and then I just see it with my own eyes. I feel like I sit on the sideline of social media. A lot of these artists, or a lot of these people that be like, oh well, I can get you connected to this, and they don't. It's always like, it's a business. Trust me, I know it. Yeah. It's all about money first. It's all about like, what can you do for me? What can I do for that? So it's like, a lot of these artists, we come in this bitch broke. So it's like, if you don't got nothing developed yet or anything, they don't want to fuck with you. Nothing. So unless you are out here giving, like, I feel like that's why Quinn kind of made it out, because he started buzzing, he started getting numbers, he started, he started going crazy after a while. Like, he started getting millions of views, and then it's like, boom, hey, we got something. So that's why, like, as another also artist, he just like, okay, let's get him. Like, people will find you. As soon as you start doing the shit like that, people will find you, and they will, like, try to get you even more and more. That's why you get successful. So in here is like, a lot of artists don't have that. They'll probably have like me, like under 100 listens, and then people will look at it and they'll be like, he's not there yet. He's not there. We'll wait. I mean, it's cool, but I believe in artist development. I've been in it my whole fucking time of doing music, of learning the whole thing, learning music, learning the craft, learning the business and everything else. So it's like, that's the only thing that I feel like that these people are holding back on Austin artists, because it's just, we don't have that yet. And sometimes they don't want to even sit here and actually develop these artists first. You know, they don't want to sit here like, hey man, I really like your shit. Let's actually build you up. You know, like, let's sit here and like get you better. But then people don't want that.
It seems like everybody's same answer is gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Everybody has the same answer.
It's always going to be gatekeeping in this music game. You know, like I said, I mean,
I just don't understand it. Like,
it's the game.
I don't.
It's the
game, but like, at the end of the day, there's room for everybody. You're not gonna listen to the same people all the time. You're gonna have different like artists you listen to. No one just listens to Drake all day, every day. No one just listens to Uzi all day, every day. No one just listens to J. Cole all day, every day. Yeah. Like, it's human. You like different stuff, and you branch out to different things. So it's like, I never understand it, because it's just, there's room for everybody. Like, if somebody told me today they want to start a podcast, go fucking do it. I'll help you start it. Let's get this bitch running. Just because there's room for everybody, and everybody has different walks of life, and just different ways they say stuff and do stuff. So I don't know. I don't understand it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not like that with music. I even, like, one of my homies even tried to tell me, he was like, hey man, we should really like, or I think he was getting with somebody else. He's like, yeah, we're gonna try to bring these artists together and really start up like supporting each other. I was like, bro, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'll tell you now. And every big artist will tell you that it will not work. I mean, even Paul Wall said it before back in Houston when that whole fucking Swisher House was going crazy. You know, I mean, that's what the same shit was Pimp C was talking about. Everybody hating on everybody and nobody supporting nobody. So it's like, it's a continuous game. It's still gonna be like that because of people's ego. So it's like, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I mean, I know, I understand it. It's a competition at the end of the day, but it's just what it is. I don't know why. It's just.
So how does Atlanta made it work?
They don't. I mean,
I feel like the Atlanta's
I'm not in Atlanta, so I'm not really
but I
sure
just like
from
the outside looking in, I just feel like Atlanta's just like a
they seem to like
But it's probably the labels. I mean, all of them artists are signed to labels.
That's true.
That's one thing that's way different. We don't have. I mean, we have labels, but obviously, how many motherfuckers are Austin label that's Austin artists?
Yeah.
None, right? So I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, most of the bigger labels, QC. I mean, they got fucking Migos and
everybody,
almost everybody. You know, so it's like that's how they're getting that, because they're getting money already. They're getting their pay cut already. So that's why they like, we're gonna get you out of here because we already getting paid.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people like that's everywhere. I'm telling you.
I don't understand.
If they're not getting paid, they don't give a shit.
It's like blocking your blessings to next.
Definitely. But I mean, some people just look at it as like he said, what can you do for me? And it's like, you could be talented, but if you don't have the numbers, then they might be like, all right, whatever. As opposed to that person looking at you as a diamond in the rough. Like, this person is super talented. He just needs this, and this, and we can, change his life. Yeah. And people don't realize that like benefits that person as well, but I don't think they just understand. People don't.
That. I think it is mostly that, like, they don't have time for it.
Yeah,
for artist development. I mean, because if you like we was talking way before, like a lot of artists nowadays are blowing up off of one song. They're going crazy for the first year, and then after that, it's just died down. I mean, that's that whole thing about everybody is talking about it artist development, but they don't have that. They wait until you all the way up here, and then they come over here and they're like, okay, let's help you even more. And then they don't have time for artist development. Artist development is going to take 2 to 3 years. You don't have 2 to 3 years. You were just popping this 1 year.
Yeah.
That next year you should be already, all right, next album. Let's go crazy. Or tour, whatever it is. Now you can't do that because you only got 1 single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also just look at it as in like that person that is blocking you or like keeping you like, oh, I don't want to work with you, was in your shoes at one point in their life. So like, if I don't know.
It's like paying it forward.
Yeah, like if you know how it is and you were there before, it's like, you know, like yes, it takes time, but at the end of the day, if you see the diamond in the rough, or if you see somebody has potential and talent, taking a chance doesn't.
I mean, you see it as like Lil Wayne and Birdman. He was in with them 11 years old. And it's like, I mean, 30 years later, he's one of the fucking greatest artists ever in the world.
Yeah.
Rappers, like, I mean, that's artist development right there. That's sticking with somebody and like, hey man, I noticed this kid at a young age. Now we're going to develop him and go. He was staying in the studio like every fucking day. Like that's how like artist development. He was like they kept him in the studio. Like everything you want to do, you want to play video games, you're gonna be in the studio. You want to talk to bitches, you're gonna be in the studio. You want to do this, you want to be in the studio.
Even like Dr. Dre and Kendrick, it's like
same shit, bro. So it's like it's just not that nowadays. That's why I feel like Austin is the same thing. Like I mean, it's cool what they doing. They do, you know, support. They put it on a playlist or whatever, or they'll do interviews. It's cool, but I feel like it's nothing more after that. They don't want to put if we want to do like a big show, if another big artist is coming with a big show. I mean, of course you want to try to sell tickets or whatever, but it's like they're not going to give you that opportunity without either them getting paid or you helping them get paid. You know, so it's like it's shit like that, bro. So I mean, I understand it. It's cool. It's bad and good the way you look at it. I mean, but that's just the way the game goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the. I don't know. I don't see the good in it because I always say it all the time. Like, if you're consistent and you're showing me that you want this, I'm gonna give you the time of day. I don't care how. For you, instance, I don't care if you have 5 listens a month, 500 listens a month, 5,000 million. Like, if you're consistent, this is what you want to do, and you're showing me that you're consistent, I'm gonna give you the time of day.
Yeah. But now
you're only gonna get better.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm one of the examples.
Yeah.
I talked to this one dude. I started like he was the first ever to see me rap on stage, like first ever, and I still in contact with him. Actually doing some marketing shit with him too, and like he just saw that whole fucking development, and that's why we stayed in contact. You know, he was like, bro, new single, the new shit you about to do. He's like, let me help you out. So now we here years later, you know, almost 10 years later. So,
and I feel like too, a lot of the times, like the genuine aspect of a person, like you kind of really only find that by like going through the ups and downs of trial and error, people being like, you know, shady, shysty in this business. Like you'll meet the right people along the way. And then it's like keeping those people close to you and, you know, working together and, you know, trying to get there together, eat off the same table, same plate.
Yeah.
But looking at your album that you have coming out, I actually voted on that cover too. Shit's fire.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
When the Sun Sets, September 29th.
That's right.
What should listeners expect from this album, and what made you kind of go with that title?
Yeah, so expect a lot of melodic, chill vibes. So don't come into this bitch thinking like, oh man, StephenQ about to go stupid with the rap. Like, no.
Think it's gonna be some Meatloaf.
Yeah, no, it's not Meatloaf now. It's not Meatloaf this time. Come in that bitch like definitely on a chill vibe, like something you want to just like. Don't have a ruined day when you come into this album. Like, you know, have a good vibe to it and relax and sit back and listen to it and just really just jam out in your car or your house or cleaning, sweeping, whatever the fuck you're doing. You know, come into that just like with a good vibe, and I'm gonna give you what you need. And I mean, what I was originally gonna call this album Careless Summer, but I've been holding that title for probably like 2-3 years. So I was like, I even told my girl I was gonna name it that. She was like, nah, you've been holding on that shit. So I was like, you should change it up. So I'm taking a shower, you know, washing my ass and I was like, okay, what else like just reference Careless Summer? Like what's a nice little summer? And I was like, I need some nighttime vibes kind of shit. And then I was like, well, I mean, I don't know, what's it? Just thinking in my head was like, well, you know, usually everything happens when the sun sets, and I don't know. I just click everything. I don't know. Shit
like
comes.
that. No,
shit
just like
comes
that.
to mind when I'm in the shower, bro. I swear that's how I came up with a couple bars too in the shower, and I'll just be rapping. I'll be hopping out that bitch, run to my studio naked, and just like, oh shit. Like I've done that shit before, bro. It's crazy. I don't
some
know
of
what
the
it
best
is.
thoughts come from the shower.
I'm
Nah, for
telling
real.
you. I'm telling you. So I mean, that's just the way I came up with it. And I thought it was a great title. It's so simple. It's so me.
I like it.
Yeah, it's like I love the. I feel like I'm good with title covers. So when I said that, I was like, people are definitely gonna know the vibe of it already. So it's like, okay, when the sun sets, you know, it's like it's gonna be either it's gonna be happy, you're gonna be clubbing, or I'm gonna be thinking some deep shit, or it can go anyway. So it's like, but that's what you're gonna get exactly.
Yes. I mean, that's it for me. I don't know if you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, make sure y'all tune in though. September.
Oh,
28th.
yeah.
September
we're
28th.
going crazy.
Yeah, bro. But
This will be.
this will probably be out by then.
I think this will
right?
be out by
I'm
then.
trying
Yeah.
to think. When
I hope so.
Yeah, let me look at the calendar real quick. I could probably give you an exact date.
Yeah, that's it for me. I mean, the big last thing. I mean, I'm sure he would ask it too, but goals.
Goals.
Yeah, goals for the rest of the year and goals you want to hit early Q1 2024 since we're almost there.
So for the rest of like these few months, I definitely am going to get my streams up for this newer album. It's gonna go crazier. I got a whole plan this time, so that's what's even better. Like Miklo, I kind of just went into it and just like, fuck it. It was good. It was getting streams for sure. Like people was streaming it crazy, but I think I want it when the sun sets even bigger. More videos. I'm gonna probably get like 2 more videos before the end of this summer. I mean, before the end of this year. And then 2024, I'm just going stupid. I'm going crazy. Like better music, hyper music, videos for sure, and more out of the city shows. So like Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, you know, even if I can, hopefully like Cali, Florida, wherever the fuck it is, wherever opportunity
Next door
is.
states, Louisiana.
Yeah, you know, just wherever the fuck.
yeah.
That is my goal for
Yeah,
next year.
Expanding. That's another thing too. Like we always talked about that, like trying to build up in Austin, but then knowing like you don't want to be trapped by the city. Like you you ever have an opportunity to go somewhere to do something, just take it, even if it's like scary. You know, you just gotta just do that.
That's
to
why
kind of spread your
I kind of
wings.
quit that this year. That's why this year I didn't do as much shows as I usually do. Probably total now. I probably done like 2 shows this year in Austin. I'll have one in October, and then I think I had one like the beginning of South by Southwest. That was like it. That's it. So that was just my goal, just like not to perform in the city. I just want to, if an opportunity comes out the city, like I did San Marcos, made a crazy fan base over there. So they're really dope. I mean, a bunch of college kids. So it's like, it's crazy. So that's where I need to, my focus is on. Like, I love my city. I love the people, but it's like, hey, as soon as y'all can sell out a venue here, I'll be back. But until then, I gotta get
expand.
out.
Yeah, no, for sure. This pod will be out on the 29th. So like
exact day.
Literally like
So
right
can
there.
I say like, hey, when the sun sets is out now?
Yeah.
Can I say, oh shit?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's crazy. Good
That's
timing.
crazy.
Good thing we rescheduled for
Bro,
real.
I'm telling you, perfect timing, man. I
Yeah.
don't know what I didn't even mean to do a lot of this shit, but it was just perfect timing. I don't know.
There you
Like
go.
I'll be in Houston next week
Okay.
for sure, and interviews. Same thing.
Same
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Same thing.
Put that work in.
Yeah, bro.
You have anything else?
Nah, that was it, man. Appreciate it. Was dope to meet you, like chopping it up. Like, I mean, it's super good. Like rooting for you, bro. Like just the convo off camera, and just like every time we meet somebody, it's just like super inspiring. Like for us today, like we did so much just in general. Dropped 2 pods within the company, had a merch drop, shooting you, and it's like it makes you reflect on why you want to do this type of stuff. So whenever you get those feelings and stuff, and like I mean, coming on to something like this, like make sure whenever you're like doubting yourself, just hey, I was just on a podcast. Like let's go, let's turn it up a notch.
Yeah,
Because it's easy when you're trying to do this shit and it's not going nowhere. So definitely that's what I got.
Hell yeah.
It's a marathon, slow grind.
Yeah, bro. Like Nipsey Hussle said, bro. It's a marathon.
It's a marathon.
Facts.
Yeah.
Before we hit this off, you have any shout outs you want to give? Anything for us?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Frankie, first of all. Shout out to
Frankie.
my motherfucking gang over there, SQMG, Superior Quality Music Group. Shout out to Sam. Shout out my boy Bishop. Shout out to JT. Shout out my cousin Mishi, man. Shout out to everybody on the team. I really appreciate y'all. Shout out my DJ D-Bar, man. I can't do anything without him, man, because he's a motherfucking GOAT. Shout out me because I'm proud of motherfucking me. Cause man, without me, I can't do shit, right? So
Exactly.
hey, yeah. Hey, When the Sun Sets is out now. I appreciate y'all. Thank
Yes,
y'all.
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah.
Thank you for taking time out your day. I mean,
you.
it means a lot. It seems like it worked out better that we had to reschedule. So
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you working with us and continuing to stay true and coming on. So I appreciate
yeah.
that.
No problem.
We're going to have everything in the description down below. Like you said, When the Sun Sets out now. Maybe you can send me a little song you want on the outro. I can put
I
that on the
got
outro
you.
for you.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Album. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably one of my new single, Company. Everybody loves that song.
All right. Well, we can do that one.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, everything in the description down below. Find him on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. Go run his numbers up. Has a music video. Go check that out.
Let's get it.
He's family. Y'all know how we get down. But that'll do it from your boys over here at Opinionated. We'll catch y'all guys next time. Peace.
Peace.